So for those who don't know, we kind of briefly ran over this last episode with the
You didn't even say nothing.
hold on, go to the gosh. So for those who don't know, we kind of went over this last time about
Say nothing about Joe.
we kind of went over last time about how Joe Budden, it came over the airways last time. He has I'm about to burp.
But it's from August.
I know, but it's to let the people know that so let me get there. So the point is, we was talking about how in last episode how Joe Budden has COVID, and immediately Joe texts, I'm pretty sure this is gonna mess up our recording schedule. For those who do not know, I'm an avid follower of the Joe Budden podcast. I say that to say, last time it was important to note that those guys, when COVID first started, they tried to do Zoom podcasts and it was terrible. It was trash. Laugh was off. The energy wasn't the same. And I think they were just trying to fulfill an obligation and it was just terrible. Nonetheless, they got back in the lab and they kept working. Also, in me trying to do a grant for Google for podcasts, I had to fill out a whole entire document about just podcasts. I reached my stand goal and I'm sitting down. Interesting.
It's because you're moving. All that counts.
So in that part of my to get the grant, I had to review 3 podcasts that I loved. And I had to give good things and bad things. And I decided to make a notes. And when was that posted?
August
August what? It don't say the date?
2020. The 19th.
Okay. So on August 19th, mind you, I probably did this in July. August 19th, to be funny, I posted these things. Read off some of these things, Key.
Which ones?
Just start reading.
He's so needy. You're so needy. Boy, positive, negative, indifferent. To their field, music, sound is impeccable. Standalone without gas. Dependent on their target audience. Funny, consistent.
All right, let's get to the negative.
Authentic, timestamps. It's just great, okay?
It is a great podcast. I really love their podcast. What's the number one thing reason why we're here? Let me see it.
We got a problem here?
Pull it up. Hit that shit.
Because I'm pressed the wrong one.
One of the biggest things on here that I had a problem is what the hell do parks looks like? All right, that's not what I was gonna say. Number one thing I had on here was, can the show survive episodes without the host?
Without
and I put in
Joe.
parentheses, Joe.
Oh, we got a problem here?
So for those who do not know, I am a very avid person who listen to this podcast. I listen to episodes sometimes twice. I feel comfortable in saying that if you listen to our podcast, I pattern my podcast similar to theirs with a mix of other podcasts I like. I like the music aspect. I love how they have several hosts. I love how Maul is like the cool guy. Rory's the hot firehead. Shout out to the Irish in him. Joe is the screamer, but kind of has like the deep secret insights. And Parks is like, let me keep everybody in home. However, and I said this back in August, as we see, can the show survive without Joe? I'm interested to see because they have not put out an episode this week since they're missing it. And if you were in a contract, lucky for them, they're not in a Spotify contract, so they can do what the hell they want to. But this is a problem because I think whoever with their next deal is going to really look at them and say, yo, can y'all survive without Joe? If Joe says, hey, I need to go on vacation for 2 weeks, can Maul, Rory, and Park say, all right, let's do a pod? And I think let's look at, and I hate to do this to the guys over there, the JBP Boyz, but when the Breakfast Club, if Envy is not there, Charlamagne and Angela can run the show. It's actually it's a good show. It's not a better show, but it's a good show. It does sucks when Charlamagne's not there. I think that's the most boring show they have.
I don't think it is. I think with them three, if either of the three is missing, they still can keep going.
All right, if you had to rank the shows, Like, this is my ranking. Let me give you an example. All three of them is the top. I think Charlamagne and Envy together is the second best show. I think the third best show is Charlamagne and Angela. And the weakest show is Angela and Envy.
Angela don't even like you.
She liked two of my Instagram posts. She have. I made her my woman crush Wednesday one day.
I'm just joking.
Back in the day. She liked the shit too.
It was a joke.
She do like me. But she did call me out that one time when I called her out.
It was a joke, bro.
Nah, we got smoke. I would love to have a my goal is once I get famous enough, if they're still on air, because I think, not to be funny.
Who you think gonna leave first?
Charlamagne.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
His deal is up at the end of this year.
He about to be out of there.
Well, he just created a new thing with iHeart where it's like he has a podcast network that we always talks about.
Yeah,
and
I'm paid and exposure is about to be on.
I hope so.
About to get this
I would actually,
money.
If I had to do it, I would sign to Joe before we signed.
Really?
Absolutely. However, I think the smartest thing is to sign to Charlamagne, but I would love to sign to Joe. It's a crazy thing.
I would say Charlamagne. You know why? For long haul. For some reason,
absolutely.
I feel like longevity, Charlamagne would be the way to go.
Absolutely. You just got, no shade to Joe, but you got to know when to jump off the ship with him, because he's always ahead of the curve, but he does find a way to fuck some shit up. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, you never know if he gonna be like, all right, I'm done with this.
Yeah, and he just runs off. But he's always ahead of the curve, and it's scary to see that. But and Charlamagne even said that about him, and I was like, yeah, he kind of right, but it is what it is. But
speaking back to him, I feel like they would do so. So here's my thing with them, right? Mm-hmm. Are they signed to a deal, or are they just on YouTube right now?
They just on YouTube. They not signed.
So here's my thing. And I don't know numbers exactly, but based off of...
I'm going to give you a number. I'm their manager right now.
How many views they get per video?
Oh, I mean, they break theirs up in clips.
Even so still.
Fuck. Let me look up. But go ahead.
My point is, I think they would be good without Joe. Either without recording until he comes back, or if they did record 1 or 2 episodes while he was gone, they would still be good. Based off of how YouTube monetizes videos. And if they have a lot of subscribers, if they get a lot of views per video. They got a lot of subscribers. They're going to be set if Joe takes 2 weeks off. Or just like this whole COVID thing, if he's going to be in his house for 2 weeks minimum.
So he's definitely going to be in there for 2 weeks minimum. It's looking like everything I'm looking at, you got a couple, like, I want to say 50 is the round thing. Like, they got 34, but then they got 56, they got 51, they got 75K. So, like, look at this. This got 500,000. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. Or 250,000, excuse me. So my thing is,
so they probably getting a couple 100,000 a video. Well, no, not that much. No, my bad. I'm thinking.
I'm about to say, shit, girl, we about to start. I'm about to make an OnlyFans if they doing that shit.
I didn't mean a couple 100,000.
They probably getting a couple thousand. Probably, maybe. And then with them, the thing is, they bring so many numbers to it. They already said it. Well, I think it was a joke, but I think Joe and them was signed for like 250 mil. A quarter of a bill. I think that's fair enough for them to say like they want, especially with podcasts. They are the best podcast out right now. I'm telling you that right now. The only person they'll probably lose to is Michelle Obama right now, who got a podcast. However, if Michelle Obama say, all right, I'm going to start doing 2 podcasts, I think over the course of 3 weeks, they would fucking smoke her. Sorry to say. I got my money on them over Michelle, and Michelle is my baby. I have calendars of her, books of Michelle. I love you. Barack, I'm sorry. All right, next up. Oh, you got to read the question. Go to the question. The notebook. For those who do not know, let's show. Come on, Keith. We got to show YouTube. This is our notebook. This is the Expose Yourself notebook. Shit. That shit stopped recording. Go over there and fix that, Key.